Yo, what's going on, guys? Burnt Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Burnt Crispy. I'm going to Puerto Rico soon, so, I gotta get prepared, man, just to, when you're as white as I am, if you don't have proper sun protection, then after that very first day on the beach, you have a beach-ass time. So, for today's video, guys, we are watching a video about Buddy Hield. This is a video by Swish Out titled, "They Gave Up on Buddy Hield Way Too Soon." So, pretty much, we all know that, it says right there on the right side, man, that Buddy Hield was part of the trade that sent DeMarcus Cousins over to the New Orleans Pelicans. Really, the big mindset of the Kings trading for Buddy was that the GM of the team thought that he could be like the next Stephen Curry. While he hasn't been that, he's been his own damn player out there. I mean, the guy's averaging 21 points on about 45 or 46% shooting from three, which is absolutely crazy. So we're going to watch this man kind of do like, it's kind of like a little recap video about just like what happened up to this point in Buddy Hield's career. So let's check this out.
Sacramento Kings just might have made the worst trade in NBA
Oh, Skip Bayless with a bad bitch-ass take?
The Sacramento
Kings, never seen that before.
Buddy Hield, and I'm on record with this one.
Yeah, you're on record.
Stayed all 4 years at a school that I love and watch, University of Oklahoma. Stayed all 4 years, which is a bad sign, which is why I said he's being overrated. He went 6th overall to New Orleans and has been nothing but a disappointment this year.
Give him a little bit of time.
Tyreek Evans, Langston Galloway, Buddy Hield, and a protected 2017 first round and second round pick. Are you kidding? I mean, a heist.
I wanna go for this.
Exposed, man.
I see them watching. I see them.
Buddy Hield is turning out to be one of the best shooters in the league, period. Early in his career, there were projections that he can possibly be a bust because, as we know, when he was at Oklahoma, this man lit it up. He had shooting performances that we haven't seen since Stephen Curry, Jimmer Fredette type stuff, and his numbers in college were insane. Remember, he was one of those rare players that actually played all 4 years in college. That usually doesn't happen.
I love players like that, man. I feel like it's such a good thing to do that just because you really just like lock down your skill set, and you have like these coaches out there just getting your rent and everything like that. Like some players, they're just meant to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Usually it's one and done and stuff like that. But he actually played all 4 years. In his senior year, he averaged 25 points, 55% from the field, 45% from deep.
He's doing that now.
88% from the free throw line. Buddy Hield is probably the best player in the draft by far as numbers wise. Statistically, even though he had Ben Simmons, Brandon Ingram, Jaylen Brown, Chris Dunn, all those players in front of him, Buddy Hield, his numbers were probably the best in his draft class, and I had the highest expectations for him because I seen him more because he was a big thing in Oklahoma. But when he got to the league, as we all know, he got drafted to New Orleans, kind of to have that 1-2 punch with maybe
him and Anthony Davis could have been freaking deadly by now, bro. Man, they should have held on to him and Tyreek Evans.
Anthony Davis, and it just didn't work out because Buddy Hield to me has never been the type of player that you can rely on and maybe be like, a James Harden or someone like that. He's more so of that Ray Allen, Klay Thompson.
Well, damn, play inside out with
he's playing with the point guard like De'Aaron Fox and Marvin Bagley, and that that trio. It could be deadly in a few years. Even when he got drafted, his comparison on NBADraft.net was Dale Curry and Brandon Roy, two true shooting guards. So
not bad at all,
man.
In
a system with Anthony Davis and Drew Holiday and the players they had back then, maybe it just didn't fit his game. But when he got traded to Sacramento in the DeMarcus Cousins trade, and now, like I said, he has De'Aaron Fox, a young point guard who's going to be a star in this NBA. Damian Lillard just said he was probably the best point guard in that whole draft class with Lonzo, Markelle, Dennis Smith, and all that stuff. And I agree, De'Aaron Fox, I think he's going to be the best. But now he's playing with him and Marvin Bagley and a young Sacramento team. We're seeing the best of a Buddy Hield, a player that, it seemed like the world kind of gave up on and said, man, he wasn't what he was in college. But now this man is averaging 20 points per game, 47% from the field, 45% from deep, higher than Stephen Curry. This man had a good streak on the three-point contest. He's an elite two-guard now. And it's not like he only shoots 3 3-pointers per game. The man is averaging 7 3-pointer attempts per game.
Hell
so
yeah, man.
He's actually pulling them and he's accurate with it. And he's hitting them consistently now. And I really can't even say now because he's never shot bad from deep. I'm going
to say real quick here, I think a big part of it too is that obviously when you shoot threes in college, the three-point line's a little bit close in the NBA line. At least I still think it's like that. So it makes sense that it was going to take him a few seasons to extend his range by that much because when you grow up, shooting threes from the college range, that's what you're used to. So it takes time to adjust to that. Some sharpshooters just never really adjust to that from college to the NBA. But, Buddy Hield just took a little bit of time, and he's good to go now.
understood why people, considered him a bust or anything like that. His rookie year, he averaged around 37% from deep. His second year, he averaged 43%. The next year, 43%. And this year, 46% from deep. Those are amazing numbers. Those are Klay Thompson type numbers. So I never got that. As we all probably know and remember back when he was in college, Kobe Bryant always liked Buddy Hield's game. And Mike Zimmy even made a video saying why Kobe Bryant, kind of always stuck around Buddy Hield and basically always kind of kept him under his wing because he always knew the man can play. He just needed a chance. To me, with the team that he's with now, with the true point guard and a very good big man in Marvin Bagley, I'm keeping my eye on him because I think he's going to be nice as well. He can actually play the true two guard, and he can actually, do what he does best, almost like a Klay Thompson type. Like I said, Klay Thompson, Ray Allen, Dale Curry, that type where he can just be a true two and just do what he does best every single night. The shots are getting, like I said, more open because he has a true point guard that can create for him with De'Aaron Fox, and he has a good big man. And as Sacramento attracts more talent, which I think they probably can, he will get even better, and this game will elevate even more. And right now, the young up-and-coming Kings are 30 and 27th, 9th in the West. They're actually higher than the Lakers, and they're right there with the Clippers for that 8th spot. So the Kings, they're not too bad this year. It's kind of unnoticed, but they're pretty, they're pretty good. I actually believe the Kings, they have a pretty good shot to make the playoffs. I'm not saying they will or anything like that because LeBron is going to be LeBron. But as of right now,
LeBron
the
gonna be
Kings are in a pretty good position to make a serious playoff push after the All-Star break because that's when it's going to really intensify. And I think the Kings, they're young, and of course, they have a lot of youth on them. But a lot of times that can just work to your advantage because you just don't know better. You just know ball. All you know how to do is just ball. You go out there and just ball your ass off. So you don't care about who you playing, when you playing them. All you care about is just winning. So yeah, after the All-Star break and all that, they can seriously make a playoff push. It's not, to me, so unrealistic because they're a really good team if you actually watch the Kings. They lose a couple of games because they might not
I
have
love
a
their
true
young squad.
closer
I'm gonna talk a
and
little
all that
about
stuff
after this video.
They're developing, and 2-3 years from now, they stay the course and they keep that young core, they can be dangerous. And to me, it's no ifs, ands, or but about it. De'Aaron Fox, in my opinion, will be the best point guard out of that whole draft class. That was something I always kind of had in my, the back of my mind. We all talking about Markelle Fultz, Lonzo Ball, but De'Aaron Fox might be the guy that's, under the radar. He might be the best one of the whole
He's
draft
best right
class.
now,
So
that's for damn sure.
I'm with Damian Lillard on that. But that's the video, man. I'm just saying, Buddy Hield, keep your eye.
Okay, so yeah, let me talk about the Sacramento Kings real quick here. And kind of like what I think their future kind of holds for them. So yeah, De'Aaron Fox, I do think he's gonna be an all-star. Now, the only issue I see with De'Aaron Fox having is I don't want him to get like stuck into that mold of like Mike Conley, where Mike Conley always put up good numbers, but was never good enough to make the all-star team. I could see potentially that happening to De'Aaron Fox as like his floor, while ceiling being one of the top 5 point guards in the NBA one day. I mean, he's just got all the skill sets to do it, knock down shots now. Of course, Buddy Hield, like, what more can you say about him? I think the guy summed it up pretty damn good, saying he's averaging 21 points, shooting 46% from 3. He's always been a great 3-point shooter, and I think the issue with Buddy Hield that people kind of had is that I think his maturity was kind of in question, going back to like his college days, because it was either he was going to be a really good NBA player or he was going to be like that kind of, like the J.R. Smith, like the guy that can go off and knock down 7 threes every now and then, but at the same time could be a little bit streaky. I think that was a little bit of a fear with Buddy Hield, and he's kind of proven to otherwise beyond that. As far as the rest of the Kings team go, I love the pickup of Harrison Barnes just because he does have championship experience, and it just kind of like gives him like a solidified small forward position. So if he signs for a bit less money, ideally that would be a really good fit for the Sacramento Kings going forward. Front court, you got Marvin Bagley, who looks amazing out there. I mean, he was picked, like, wasn't he like the second pick in the draft or something like that? So he does have a lot to live up to, but I still think he can do it. And then you get to like the center position, and like, I personally want to see Marvin Bagley kind of like evolve into a center, into like the prototypical center of what the NBA is today. I don't know if it'll quite be that. He might kind of be like a combo forward / center type of player, but you got Willie Cauley-Stein, who's more your like traditional center out there, plays around the basket, has a little bit of a mid-range game. But yeah, I guess I don't know, man. I like the team a lot. They got Bogdanovich, who was one of the better rookies last season, I believe it was. A really good scoring guy right there. So this team has a lot to look forward to, I think. I think if you're a Sacramento Kings fan, it's time to be more excited about this team more so than ever, as opposed to, when you had DeMarcus Cousins for a few seasons, he was a superstar, best center in the NBA, but did not really lead to anything. While this team right here, I think, is a unit, the chemistry between them is going to lead to something great. So yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Go check out Swish Out, link to his channel in the description below. Burnt Flakes out.